Hi there, and welcome to this presentation. Before I begin, I would just like to explain the context of this presentation. In the last few days and weeks, countries have been encouraging their citizens to self-isolate to delay the impact of the COVID-19 disease. This presentation was presented for a specific group of people whose staff had been moved off site and whose staff might need some tips on how to work effectively from home. Now, over the coming weeks and potentially months, we will all need to be more proactive and collaborate in ways that we haven't collaborated before. If you're seeing this screen, feel free to connect with me on the social media links below, but let's crack on with the presentation. So when we see images like this, it's hardly surprising that we're all increasingly concerned. And as I explained, countries and specific governments are asking people to self-isolate. Now, when we think of the very word isolate, it fills people with dread. But I want us to think about this differently. For many years now, technology has become more pervasive. So in a sense, we've been becoming disconnected anyway. The difference between disconnection and this isolation that we're currently going through is nobody likes being told what to do, whereas our choice to disconnect through our devices is a decision that we've made for ourselves. But we'll come back to this again because these images are quite powerful given the current situation. What I would encourage you to do is watch this video on TED. So TED is a platform which is all about ideas worth sharing. And this video is several years old, but it is perhaps very telling of how even we can be connected, we can remain connected, even though many of us might be alone at this point in time. One message I would like to personally share, and this is solely my own perspective, we're constantly sold the idea that we are social animals. Now, this is programming on a mass scale, and it implies that we cannot be happy alone. Now, if you are not social, you are bad for the economy. Conversely, if you are social, you contribute to the economy, which means you're good. Let's take our foot off socializing for a second. Let's think differently, and we will see that the world still turns. So, this is an illustration of the famous psychiatrist Carl Jung, who came up with the idea of the persona or the mask and the shadow. Now, what's going to be particularly crucial in the coming months is that we present a true self. So if we're feeling anxious, we should talk about our feelings. If we want to explore new ideas in the workplace, we should feel free to share, explore, and hopefully implement new ways of working. So the mask or the persona is the image that we present to the world, and it's designed to make a particular impression on others while concealing our true natures. Okay, there can be many reasons why we choose not to present our true selves. Bullying in childhood, overcritical parents, these things that we grow up with can impact on our ability and willingness to contribute. Okay, so be true to yourself, because I like what Dr. Seuss said. He said, be who you are and say what you feel, because those who mind don't matter and those who matter don't mind. So in the coming weeks and months, be in touch with your feelings. Reach out to friends, stay connected. It's very important. One of the takeaways that I would like to see from this presentation, well, there's several takeaways actually, is that while we should continue to have goals and we should continue to get things done, continue to feel productive, in this particular period, I would encourage managers, employees, colleagues, even family to have very, very realistic expectations about what is achievable during the coming months. Okay, this is something that really jumps out to me because there are going to be restrictions on what we can and can't achieve in the coming weeks and months. Another thing that I think we should also do is be grateful. Yes, there's a lot of negativity out there, a lot of doom and gloom, but we do have things that we are thankful for. And sometimes just reflecting on those can give a temporary boost to our mental health. Again, this is another video that I would encourage you to search out on TED.com, which is the platform with ideas worth sharing. Over the last few years studying to be a counsellor, there are some books that have changed my way of thinking. Now, Albert Adler is a famous theorist in the field of psychotherapy, and the book, The Courage to be Disliked, is all about his positive psychology. Okay? Having the courage to be disliked means that you are being true to yourself day in, day out, and that is a massive step towards accepting who you are, but also letting other people give you the opportunity to accept you for who you are. Okay, so this is positive psychology. Basic Freud is another book which really takes you through Sigmund Freud's main hypotheses, his main thoughts on a wide range of matters. It's written in a very easily digestible way and really will help you to understand human relationships and other concepts in relation to interaction with others, childhood development, etc. This book is more of a mainstream book, which I really enjoyed reading. Johann Hari wrote a book called Lost Connections, which was all about how we've disconnected from society and ways in which we can reconnect to society. Again, in a few months' time, when we all come together after this pandemic, reconnecting is going to be crucial. So I want to bring you back to this image again. Yes, we are all in isolation, but for a long time, we have been disconnected anyway. So let's reframe the fearful word of isolation. Let's look for solutions. Let's keep busy. Let's share ideas. So one way to do this is to speak out, okay? While we're indoors, if you've got an internet connection, you can use platforms such as Skype and WhatsApp to keep in touch with people free of charge. It's also a great way to bounce ideas off people, a great way to share feelings. And I really hope that you have got somebody at this crucial time to do that with. Another thing that I'm particularly passionate about at the moment is learning. For those of you who've got time on your hands, there are many online training providers who have dumped their prices at this crucial time. Now, if you are a parent who is isolated at home with children and you have to homeschool them, I understand that this is not probably going to be an option for many people, but this is just one of a toolbox of things, okay? All of the above things that I've mentioned are ways in which you can be kind to yourself. You as an individual are not your job. You are not exclusively somebody's parent, and you are not exclusively someone's husband or wife or partner. So I think this period will also be very important for self-reflection. So self-reflection is only useful when it's followed by thoughtful action. Now, we're led to believe that we're all so busy that we can't even make time to go to the gym during a typical week, or exercise, or to eat healthily. This is habit forming. Okay, but I've been receiving communication this week that I'm now at home and I don't even have to do the commute. So what can we do with all that extra time we have on our hands? So while we're busy, if you're still ultra busy, while you're sitting on the toilet, maybe you could think about some of these questions. Who am I? What do I want to be when this is over? What can I learn during this time? How can I contribute to my business? How can I grow my business during this time? Should I consider going into a different line of work in a few months down the line? If so, where do I start? What can I do today? Remember, now is the time to talk. Now is the time to collaborate with others. Okay? So you can do this with Skype, with WhatsApp, and with good old-fashioned mobile phones, telephones, whatever it takes, just stay connected. I've noticed over the last few days, people have been sharing ideas, new concepts that they've not thought of before. As each week goes by, what can I do the moment the guidelines get relaxed? Because people, it's part of this human design to be active, to get out there, to be busy, to be seeing other people. And we will get through this. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. So I would like to invite you to support a new initiative that I set up recently. I believe that we can find meaning during isolation. Isolation isn't always a bad thing. In fact, isolation gives us time to think, to reflect, and to bring about change. During this time of increased isolation, I'm finding that my own childhood of deafness is proving valuable. For years, I endured solitude, and now I'm faced with another period of solitude. That solitude has made me who I am today. Share your stories of solitude and how they've helped you to make it this far. So we're looking for contributions between 300 to 400 words, supporting image if you would like us to include this in a post that we publish, and you can send it to me on social media. This is going to be the home link to the blog, and I really look forward to receiving your contributions. So that's the end of my presentation. It's just a new way of thinking, a new idea, keeping busy and sharing our stories with each other. Please, if you really would like to contribute to the meaning during isolation, please send me your contributions via these social media channels, or you can send them directly to my email address, which is stuart_mcnaughton@hotmail.com. Now take care of yourselves and each other.